All right, welcome back to the series. Over our last two explainers, we completely unpacked Django, the classic batteries included framework, and Flask, which is deliberately minimalist. But today, we are shifting gears. We're looking at FastAPI. This is a genuinely modern, incredibly high-performance web framework, and we're going to demystify exactly why it's spreading like wildfire across the Python community right now as the absolute go-to choice for modern software.
Here is our roadmap for today. Section 1, Understanding Modern APIs. Section 2, the FastAPI Origin Story. Section 3, Core Features and Speed. Section 4, Comparing Python Web Frameworks. And finally, Section 5, a real-world application.
Let's dive right into Section 1, Understanding Modern APIs.
So, to set a crucial baseline here, what exactly is an API? Well, an application programming interface is essentially a backend service. Unlike older frameworks like Django that generally return fully rendered HTML pages for your web browser to display, an API is strictly about the data. It receives structured requests and returns structured responses, usually formatted as JSON. Think of it simply as, JSON in, JSON out. You can kind of think of APIs as the invisible bridges connecting entirely independent systems together. Whether it's a mobile phone application talking to a backend server, or a company's internal software securely communicating with a totally separate external service. Building genuinely well-designed, reliable APIs, listen, it isn't just a niche skill anymore. It has become the absolute central core of modern software development.
Moving on to Section 2, the FastAPI Origin Story.
Picture this. Let's rewind to 2018. This was a really fascinating time in the Python development landscape. Python was incredibly popular, obviously, but developers who were specifically building APIs were starting to feel the friction of a few very specific, very persistent growing pains.
Back then, you really faced two massive friction points. First off, there was a considerable amount of manual effort required just to properly validate incoming data. You had to write a ton of boilerplate code just to make sure the data you got was actually what you expected. Add to that the second issue, a real bottleneck in raw performance when you tried handling a high volume of concurrent requests using the more traditional frameworks available at the time. FastAPI was built from the ground up to directly and completely address both of these exact limitations.
Which brings us to Section 3, Core Features and Speed.
Now look at this quote. Its deep, native use of Python's own type hints represents the single most important concept to properly understand. This right here, this is the absolute defining magic of the framework. We've mentioned Python's optional type hints before, where you literally just indicate what data type a function expects, but FastAPI specifically takes this optional language feature and builds its entire core architecture right around it, turning these simple little hints into an absolute powerhouse for automatic data validation.
It acts sort of like an automatic sorting funnel, and it's powered by a library called Pydantic. You just define your expected data structure as a Python class inheriting directly from base model. So, say you require a name as a string and a price as a float. FastAPI then automatically funnels every single incoming request through this model, validates it, and instantly tosses bad data out while returning genuinely clear, informative error messages. And the best part? It does this entirely without you having to write a single line of manual validation code.
So how does this actually translate into practice? Well, it's a remarkably clean four-step process. First, install FastAPI and your server component, Uvicorn. Second, initialize your app instance. Third, define those magical Pydantic models we just talked about. And finally, map out your API endpoints using simple decorators like app.get or app.post. If you remember our Flask explainer, this closely mirrors that same minimalist routing concept, but FastAPI beautifully injects that automatic data validation directly on top of it.
Okay, so we've covered the validation part, but we really need to talk about the fast in FastAPI. Underneath it all, FastAPI is built natively on top of a framework called Starlet. This provides built-in, native support for asynchronous programming. What this means in the real world is that FastAPI can efficiently handle a massive number of simultaneous, concurrent requests. The performance is so exceptionally good that it's frequently cited as being broadly comparable to web frameworks built in considerably lower-level, more performance-oriented programming languages. I mean, that is a truly significant achievement for native Python.
But wait, there's an incredible bonus you get just for using those type hints. Automatic API documentation. Literally, Simply by defining your endpoints, FastAPI automatically generates complete, fully interactive documentation that you can access directly in your web browser. Any developer can view it, see exactly what data is expected, and actually test the endpoints right there on the page. And because it's generated directly from your actual code, this massive practical time saver genuinely never falls out of sync with the application's true behavior. It completely eliminates the notoriously outdated manual documentation of the past.
And this underlying logic extends to more advanced architectural concepts too, like dependency injection. Now that might sound complex, but FastAPI makes it incredibly elegant. It allows you to cleanly declare shared dependencies that multiple endpoints might genuinely need to access. Think things like a database connection or verifying a properly authenticated user. FastAPI automatically and correctly provides these declared dependencies directly and only to the individual endpoints that request them. It's just an incredibly smart way to promote clean, properly reusable code across your entire app.
Let's move into Section 4, comparing Python web frameworks.
To truly wrap our heads around FastAPI, we have to look at exactly where it sits in the broader ecosystem. On one side, you have Django, which is heavily structured and heavily focused on HTML. It's like a complete castle with all the batteries included, like built-in templating. On the other side, you have Flask, which is incredibly lightweight and minimalist. FastAPI, it sits right in the sweet spot. It deliberately skips Django's HTML templating to focus entirely on APIs and JSON, but it adds the absolutely crucial built-in structural elements like automatic documentation and data validation that Flask lacks, and somehow it manages to genuinely retain that exact same lightweight minimalist feel. Let's pull this all together in Section 5, a real-world application. Here's the big question for you. When do FastAPI's specific strengths become most immediately valuable in practice? Like, when would you actually want to choose this over something else for your next big project?
The perfect example? A mobile app backend. Imagine you're building the backend infrastructure for a new mobile app. You already know you're going to have a massive volume of simultaneous incoming requests from users. FastAPI's native async capabilities handle that volume incredibly efficiently. Meanwhile, you probably have a completely separate mobile development team who needs to know exactly how to talk to your backend. FastAPI's automatic documentation provides them with a reliably current, interactive map that is literally always accurate. It's a scenario that perfectly leverages both the raw speed and the developer experience features we just discussed. Before we wrap up, let's take one last peek under the hood. FastAPI versus Starlet. We mentioned Starlet earlier. FastAPI is essentially a thoughtfully considered layer of convenience built directly on top of Starlet. It's the layer adding the data validation, the auto docs, and the dependency injection. But Starlet itself is the core engine. It's providing the request handling and that incredibly fast, lightweight, asynchronous foundation. Understanding Starlet will genuinely give you a meaningfully deeper insight into what is actually happening under FastAPI's convenient higher-level surface. Which brings us to our final thought for this explainer. If FastAPI completely revolutionized data validation with typehints, what could building directly on its raw async foundation, Starlet, unlock for your next ultra-minimalist project? Well, that is exactly what we will be covering in our very next explainer. If this helped clarify why FastAPI has become so genuinely popular, make sure you are subscribed, because we still have 69 more packages ahead of us in this series to explore together. Thanks for joining me, and I'll catch you in the next one.